Let me guess. You've got an exam in a few days, maybe even tomorrow, but you haven't prepared for it. You have the goal of getting a high grades, and you're also trying to scale your business, but nothing is working. Every single time you sit down to study and work on your business or study for your exam that's tomorrow, you can't. You procrastinate every single time and you load up YouTube every 5 minutes. If this is you, then this video is going to change your life, because I went through the exact same thing. I'm going to literally force you to enjoy studying. I'm going to force you to enjoy your business work. Literally imagine coming home from school, studying for like 2 to 3 hours and actually enjoying the work. This is what I want to experience by the end of this video, because it's honestly an amazing feeling when you're productive and you actually can focus. But just before I show you how you can actually enjoy studying and your business work, I just want to tell you a quick story, because this will allow you to understand everything so much easier, okay? You see, scaling back a few years ago, maybe like 2 years ago, I was sitting at this very desk. I've got those weird intense butterflies in my stomach. I'm super nervous because tomorrow I've got a history exam. I haven't studied one bit. I don't even know what the exam is about, and I have no idea how to actually study effectively. So instead of just playing video games like I usually do and just like waste time basically, I decided finally after like 30 minutes of procrastinating that I should probably study for this exam if I at least want to get a pass, right? So here I am sitting on my desk writing on these weird physical flashcards that I have no idea how to even use. My focus was terrible. Every single 2 minutes I just start daydreaming. I start thinking about this random event. I start thinking about that new video game that's coming out tomorrow. I start thinking about how badly the exam is going to go, what's going to happen. You know, I'm just going to be sitting there with my head down. And after like tons of daydreaming, realizing the time, for some reason, now I'm on YouTube. Now I'm scrolling on YouTube looking at the study videos, you know, how to effectively study the night before your exams so you can get A-star grades, all these videos, right? I'm just binge watching them, trying to figure out how to actually study, because I don't know how. And I just keep on procrastinating, daydreaming, watching YouTube, not studying like I was meant to. And I remember like at this moment, a couple of hours have passed. I haven't even looked at one flashcard. I haven't memorized any bit of information, and I'm still scrolling on YouTube. And at that point, it's getting to around like 10 PM. I have no time to study, and I'm not going to be one of those people that just cram all the night before, you know, stay up until like 3 AM, being super sleep deprived. I at least had some common sense, right? So instead of studying anymore, I just go to bed and scroll on my phone. I just lay in my bed worrying the entire night about that exam, and I get no sleep whatsoever. Now the reason why I told you that story is because I want you to know that I've experienced the same thing as you. Every single 2 minutes I would start daydreaming. I didn't know how to study, and now I'm going to go over the one reason why I didn't actually enjoy studying, and the reason why you probably don't enjoy studying yourself. You see, the problem that most people have isn't to do with their focus, isn't to do with, you know, with their sleep or their energy. It's actually their dopamine. Because I guarantee if you just look around at every single moment in your life, it's full of dopamine. It's full of video games, it's full of junk food, it's full of scrolling. And there's not even one moment in your day where you're not flooded with dopamine, these, you know, stimulating devices. And I know this to be true, and this is the reason why you struggle to study and actually enjoy studying. Because your dopamine baseline is all the way up here. You have to operate here every single day to actually feel happiness. But studying is all the way down here. So every single time you go to study, you feel bored, you feel sad, because it gives you a low amount of dopamine. So you need to go on YouTube during your studying session. You need to, you know, play video games. And this is what I need you to understand, that the reason why you aren't enjoying studying isn't because of studying itself, it's because of your entire lifestyle. I'm not trying to insult you here, because I myself just lived with tons of dopamine in my life. Every single day I would just play video games, scroll on YouTube, scroll, and I didn't allow my brain to think. I didn't allow my brain to have a break. And that's why I didn't enjoy studying. So this is the first thing I need you to understand in this video. If you want to enjoy studying, you need to make it the most stimulating thing in your day. Because let's just say, for example, you were sitting in a room, like an empty room with nothing in it, other than a laptop and a chair and a desk. I guarantee, if you went on that laptop, all you would do is study. Maybe you procrastinate for like 30 minutes, maybe you know, just take a break. But I guarantee you would end up studying after a while. But compare that to if there was a phone next to you, there was a phone on the desk, and the only app that was installed on there was TikTok. You would probably scroll on TikTok instead of studying. And that is totally fine, because our brain is always drawn to the easiest thing to do in our environment. It's always drawn to the most stimulating thing. And now you already understand the problem you're facing, that is dopamine. There's too much dopamine in your lifestyle. But the other thing you need to consider as well is if you literally just clean your environment, if you get rid of all the distractions. Like when I'm working, my phone is nowhere to be seen, and you just limit every single thing in your environment other than the work, you will work, because it's the most stimulating thing. Your brain takes the path of least resistance. So this is going to be your first actionable step for this video. I want you to write down in just like on paper or just think in your head. I want you to just think or write down all of the dopamine activities you do in a day. So this can be video games, and I want you to pick 3 things out of these categories, because I know there's more than 3, mate. Don't lie to yourself. I want you to pick 3 things, and I want you to just cut them out. Cut them out for a period of time and leave the other remaining things in your life. Because if we cut them all out, because what that is going to do, it's going to really lower our dopamine baseline to the point where we feel super sad in our life, so we want to get back up to it. If we just remove a couple of things, not all of it, we get to a healthy dopamine baseline that is lower, but is also at the same line as studying. So then we can focus on studying, we actually find it enjoyable, okay? This next part of the video is going to be something that is very practical, and it is going to be something you've probably never heard before, okay? And it's going to be exploiting a very big psychological hook in video games. Do you want to know one of the main reasons why people are addicted to video games? It isn't because of the flashy colours or anything like that. The main reason is because humans love progress. We love having an end goal and reaching it, because that gives us fulfillment. So when we have like a campaign in a video game, or we have missions, or you know, we have a goal, which most video games do, you always want to go back to that video game because you love the feeling. It tricks your brain into thinking that you're progressing in your own life when you're not. You're actually progressing in a different character. That is basically how they hook you in. But what if I told you you could actually have the same exploit when you're studying? Because the period when I really enjoyed studying was when I actually had this spreadsheet where I would have one for different subjects, and I'd put every single topic into this list, right? And every single day I'll go through this list, completing all the different topics. I'll mark them as green, sometimes I'll mark them as like orange if I didn't understand it, but I would complete every single one of these lists, and what that would do is it would signal my brain that I was actually making progress. And when you make progress, you start to feel fulfilled, and you're more likely to do it because it's positive reinforcement. I'm guessing you're into self-improvement if you're watching this video, and you know, I have a habit tracker myself, but if you have one, if you've actually tried that, you realise how easy it is to actually stick to your habits. It's because when you actually mark the habit as green, you start to feel like you're making progress. So instead of setting a goal to actually have higher grades, you need to set a goal in your studying sessions to actually make it more tangible. So maybe after this video you set a goal to study like 5 topics for that one subject, right? That is much more tangible, and when you actually complete that, you're going to feel fulfilled. You actually have something to work towards. But setting like a goal for an A star is way more vague, and you don't really know how to get to that goal. Your brain is thinking of all these things, and that's when you start to procrastinate. That's when you start to not really enjoy studying, because you don't really see a point in doing it. So this is kind of like your second actionable step, but I want you to make sure you have a way to track your progress when you're studying. Make sure you have a way to track all the subjects you're progressing in, and what that will do is it will make your brain much more likely to study because it enjoys it. It sees the progress, just like a video game. So if there's just one thing you take from this video, please make sure the reason why you still have to study and actually enjoy studying is because of your dopamine. If you can lower your dopamine to actually the same dopamine baseline as the studying, you're way more likely to enjoy studying, okay? So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and just before I end this, I just want to say, if you want to get personal advice from me so you can get high grades and actually progress 10 times faster in your business and make more money by becoming more productive, and also get access to a ton of free resources, click the first link in the description to join my free community, okay? Goodbye, have a nice day, you at Elman in the face again, goodbye. Whoa!